Okay, so today we will concentrate on recycler view. So just before I created the project on recycler view, name of on recycler view. So first here in XML, we will remove this constant layout and we'll add the recycler view. So here I'm taking this linear layout, then orientation, vertical, so this text I'm changing as recycler view example. Then here I'm adding the recycler. So this recycler view is the one of the material design concept. So using this already we discussed, we can create two. One is the horizontal, other is the vertical. Right. So I'm taking this ID. That is REC. Right. So apart from this, if you want to give us any other properties like margin and margin, we can give, padding we can give, that's it. So just I give this margin. Now here we will add the data binding. So layout. Just layout. So here we will add the data binding. So data binding. Enable equals to true. So while loading that here, we will create a multiplier. So I'm creating multipliers where names, that is employee names, equal to array of so like we will create here multiple things. So like 4 names I created here. Like say we will create a mobile number. So employee mobile. So that is also equal to array of like here whatever we created array's length should be equal. In case if you want to put like this empty value, you can put that empty value, but array's length should be equal, otherwise we'll get an exception. So definitely that length should be equal. Right. Next, where like profile image. So P images. Just I'll put the images. That equal to same array of. So here, whatever the images are there in bitmap, now I'm accessing that. In place of that, already we know how to place the images, that we can replace our own images. So one is IC launcher one. Next is the dot bitmap dot IC launcher dot bitmap dot IC launcher one, like this. Right. Now in our regular process, I'm adding the data binding here. So that is where binding. So where binding column. So that is activity main binding equal to null. Then here binding data binding dot. So here I'll write this. So this is our regular activity. Now here I'm writing the recycler code. So if you want to write a recycler view code here, so first of all, for recycler view, as I told, it has 2 orientations. So to set an orientation, we need a linear layout manager. So that's the reason here I'm taking that linear layout manager equal to, so linear layout manager of context, comma, here I'm giving the linear layout manager dot orientation. So initially I'm taking the vertical, afterwards we will see here, initially here I'm putting the false. So reverse layout, like what happens here, if I take this false, last in first out, like Z will come first, A will come last in a order, like in a list order, that will come like this, means last in first out. If in case if you put the true, it will come A first, like that we will see afterwards here. Right after that, next. So this we used to map to the layout manager. So where
So you gave the linear layout manager because we use the layout manager as a linear layout. That's why.
yes, yes.
Okay. Can you go to the XML file?
Oh, so for this reason you are saying no, that is not. So this is for this layout manager to set this date sorry, recycler view orientation. So recycler view has two orientations, right? So like here I have 4 items. So these 4 items I can show in a horizontal manner, or I can show those are in a vertical manner. Means side by side, left to right scroll we can set, and top to bottom also we can set. Here to set any one of the scroll with, that's the reason we are taking here support of linear layout. So now what we will do here, this linear layout manager we used to map to the this recycler view, so that whatever the orientation we are setting here, that will come there. So that is the main thing here. This for that main one of the reason, this is the why you are taking this. So this is the reason. So for this here, we used to set up that. So that is binding dot rec, whatever we. So layout manager. So this we are setting with the layout manager. That is whatever we are creating this layout manager. That linear layout manager we are mapping. Right. Next year now. So in last programs we used array adapter. Right. Instead of array adapter, now I'm customizing that. Means whatever inside the array adapter, that program today we are writing that. So here var custom adapter. So this is user defined. So I'm defining the custom adapter. Like so custom adapter. So within this custom adapter, now we supposed to pass context comma what are the data sources. So the data sources has one is the emp, emobile, enames, right, p images. So these 3 parameters I'm passing into this, right. Next here we used to map this with binding. So that binding dot rec means whatever the custom adapter we are creating, right, that we supposed to set as adapter. Like same there also we are setting as adapter. So here also same, that is set adapter equal to customer. Done. Now from here, now you need to concentrate carefully. So this custom adapter, now I'm creating one class or name of the custom adapter. Whatever the name here we are defining, with that I'm creating one separate class, extract to separate class. So within our package, it is creating separate class C. Now that class will create along with the constructor. See, whatever the values we are passing here, context, mobile number array, names array, images array. So with these values, it can be created as a one constructor. It will be created, and that extended has a recycler view, because here we already mapped this with here recycler view, right? That's the reason it is extended as a recycler. But here when we create in a single project multiple recycler views, so it will be confusable. That's the reason what I'm doing here, I'm customizing here also. So in place of this recycler view here, just copy this name, whatever the class name, that you can put here, and here you can change even this regular my view holder I'm changing as something else, that is my view folder. Like you can put something else, but I'm changing as a my view folder. Right. So here now I'm importing this recycler view. Right. So I'm importing this recycler. See, once this recycler view has imported, now it has some unimplemented methods here. So there are 3 unimplemented methods. So it is asking the implement members. So on create view folder, on bind view folder, on get item count, right? So total with these 3, it is created like this, right? Then now with this name, we can create one class. So I'll create one class within a here it's within a this. So this class we used to use within this. So I'm changing as an inner class. For this inner class here, I'm passing means me. This is we created one view, right? So what I'm doing here now, initially it was recycler view dot view folder. So in place of that, we changed that, right? So that I'm indirectly I'm assigning the view to this. I'm assigning indirectly the view. What is the view? We change it from there recycler view to our custom view, right? That's the reason I'm mapping this recycler view dot view folder. Means whatever the data it is coming directly, that I'm passing into this my view folder, and from there I'm calling the actual recycler view method that I'm calling here. So here I'm passing this item view into this, because in this method now whatever the customization, the custom UI you are designing, those elements we can identify and we can find out those elements, like find view by IP declarations and all that we can do within this class. So this is the next step, right? After that, here now this whatever the values are there in a constructor, I want to access those values within our program. So if I want to access those in my program, so what we have to do here is now, so where I want to localize these values. So localize these values means first ADB context. I want to use that as a context. So that is equal to context. So context. Then where ADB names, because names I'm getting ADB names equal to, that is an array. What array? It is a string array. Right. So I'm defining here it is a string array. Right. Like same, I'll add here multiple. Like we have 2 more arrays, right? One is the mobile number, other is the image, right? ADB mobile. I change this as ADB mobile, and this is I'll change as a ADB image. ADB image. This is an integer, right? Integer. I'll change this as an integer. Those 2 are the string arrays, right? Now to assign the data, so to assign that whatever the data it is coming, to assign that data, so this I imported the context, then to assign this data, I'm creating here one method called init method. So within this init method, now I will map the values to here. See, ADB names equal to here, what is the e names? See, before I'm assigning this value should be, see, it is inactive. See, once I assign here, now it becomes active. See, now it is an active, means that value here we can access that. Next, ADB context equal to main activity. Next, ADB image equal to p images, right? P images. Next, ADB mobile equal to e-mobile, right? So we mapped all the values into this.
So why we need to set the values in init?
So here normally what happens here in Java, directly we can access the values here directly here. But here in this now, like in this some special categorization, like we used to directly, we cannot assign the values here, whatever this declaration, and assignment cannot be done in a single method in a Kotlin. So that's the reason we have to map these values from init method. like here there is some special like some places we used to use an companion object, like different kinds of objects is declaring. That's the reason. So we are creating separate class here. This init method. Within init method, we have to find out this. Even next step also here within this class also we used to do the same method, but still it is showing some error. What is that? Context does not has. Oh, sorry, we forgot. These all are columns. We put equal. So here everything in here it is colon, right? Just I went to the Java normal it is equal. So that's right. Now after this, here we used to write. You can take any one of the array. Just you can pass return as that array of size. Just you need to find out the size. Within this method, it will find the size. Like how this execution will happens, that I'll show you in a debug mode so that we can understand line by line code here. Then after here, now I want to customize my view here. Like how the view, like I have 3 items here, 2 names, two text and 1 image, right? How that we want to define, that we will define here. So for that here I'm creating one view that is using one concept called layout inflator. So the layout inflator will do what is the parent. From the parent it will replace the view. Here the parent is our case, the context means recycler view. On the recycler view, this will be inflate each and every line. It will be inflate, yes, it will be inflate each and every line here. So for this, so here we supposed to pass total 3 parameters. This last, first one is the layout, second one is the view group, and last is the like attachment calls that we have to pass total 3 parameters here. First here I'm creating one r dot layout dot. So this is the custom XML. So we used to create one custom XML. So that is the custom. I'm creating one XML name called custom. Then here we used to pass this parent. Whatever the parent, that will parent means that will be view group. View group is our parent is a recycler view. So that recycler view, each one we are reverse behind here. The reverse layout is not possible. So we used to give always this. So wherever you use the layout inflator, this will be always it is a false. Now this whatever the view we are creating, this view we are returning to that my view folder. So this is we are returning to my view folder. So means this XML values we supposed to access now within this view folder, right? Now with this name, we used to create a layout resource file. So from here I'm creating one layout resource file. So that layout resource file I'm creating here. See within our res folder layouts. So this is a custom.xml as created here. Now within this you can design what you want, right? So here now I'm designing this constraint layout to linear layout, like linear layout I have created here. Then this I change as a wrap content, because this will be like each line by line, right? So the orientation I'm giving horizontal. So image view, first we have image view, wrap content. For this I'll give one ID. So that ID is what I think ID. So that is IB. Right. Next here I want to take one more linear layout. So beside of this layout, I supposed to display the both in vertical, top to bottom, right? So in this, I'm taking 2 text views. Text view, match parent, wrap content, ID. So that is TV1. Done. Next. Here I'm passing this TV2 like this. Now back to here. Now, so here in this program today, I'm directly like first method which we done without data binding, right? So that one I'm showing like without data binding how we are declare and find view by ID elements that we will do in this program. When next program we will discuss about this recycler view. Here also we will deal with the data binding, right? So first here where name column, so that is the text view. So here we will handle nullify conditions, right? Like the same, we have two more elements. This is the mobile, that is also text view. This is the profile. So profile, this is image view. Done. Right. Again, here we used to find out for this also we used to do innate method because here also the same reason we used to do. So, but name equal to find view by ID. See, I cannot get find view by ID here directly because this is not a direct class. When we are in a activity, then only that we can say this is not activity. This is a class. Main activity is activity because that extend as activity. This is not extended as activity. This is the support class. Support class is adapter class now here. So because of we are in adapter class, so here what is this view? We pass to the main, but here the view is accessed with this reference of this view. So here we used to find like item view dot find view by ID. So here we are identifying in a different manner. That is the reason this particular program currently I'm doing with this like this. Right now, mobile equal to same item view dot find view by ID, that is r.id dot tv2. Right. Next, profile equal to item view dot find view by ID r dot id dot. So that is IV done. So last step. So that is here. Here we used to map the data and listeners also we will do here. But those elements directly I cannot access. So because here we referenced that my view folder. So that's the reason here we used to pass this reference of the folder. So folder dot c folder dot name. So for the name, we suppose set the text equal to. So we are setting the text, but where is the text? So the text is there here, name, right? On this folder dot adapter position. So based on the adapter position, automatically the data can be set into this. Right. Next here. So instead of this name, it is the mobile. Right. Instead of ADB names here, ADB mobile. Right. Next folder dot. So that is a profile dot set image resource. So we have to set image resource. This is the where we can access ADB image of folder dot adapter position like this. Now I'm running this. So just let me connect my mobile here. So once we run, while running this, we can have this debugger point so that we can add the debugger points here. We will see that debug move so that we can understand each and every line by line. Even any program which cannot be understand like how the project of execution of the code, if you won't understand, just you can debug each and every line by line so that we can understand how the flow will, like how to debug. So from here now I'm just by clicking here, so these are the debugger points, automatically it can be selected here. See, this are selected. Even in here also I'll select each and every all the methods, each and every line by line we will select here. So return. Normally we won't select each and every line by line. Like after a few days, you can, while you are doing right, you can understand like if you have some problem, like let us say your that everything is properly working, no errors, it is not showing any error, but it is not executing properly means you will, if you have doubt on specific area, on the specific area itself you can assign the this debugger point, and from there you can check. See, this for declarations it won't take any debug mode, so that it is not taking any debug mode. Let's run this, we will see. So even when you write this from the API also, so once we got the data into API, then this is the step. Before that, to get the data into the array format or the list format, we will write the extra code for the web service. But once we get the code similar, only in place of this assignment here, the syntax will change a little bit. In this area, just syntaxes will change a little bit, except that everything should be the same. Yeah, it is launching. So this is the output like this. We got all this. Right, for this, we have to do some customizations and all. So, but before doing the customizations, I want to run this in a debugger mode. See, this is the debugger mode. Now I'm running this in a debug mode. See, when I'm running this in a debug mode, what happens you can see here. While opening the app itself, it will say you are opening debug mode, like it will say something. See, waiting for the debugger. Now it won't go step forward. See, it is stopped here, execution. So execution has taken into our control. Like, see, from here we used to execute step by step. See, resume one line. So this is the execution. See, now after that it is calling here this linear layout manager. Right, linear layout manager set it. So from here now we are passing this data. Then it is jumping into this here. See, directly it is jumping into this assignment. See that whatever the data we are assigning, that data has came here. This is context, and this is the images. Images should be in the form of integer value. So that is like so. This is the string values. Right. Next, it jump into the where it is custom adapter, like previous class it is jump. Now, so now it will come back to the array size. So it is checking the here array size. Then, so total 3 items, right? It is taking the 3 times array size. Then it will go to the layout inflator. So based on those items, so the view is customizing right here. It will. Then next, it jumping into this view holder method. Here it finding the elements. So whatever we are declaring, those all are available or not. Then now it is executing as a position 1. See, this is the position 0. 0 means array index start from the 0, right? So it is setting up the data now. Position 1 data has done. Next it is running. Next it goes to again size. So now it will execute as a position 1. See, now that position 1 will change here. So again it is finding this. Means like this, how many is there? That many times this loop can be repeated. See, now it is executing as position 1. Like this, how many items are there? That many times this loop can be adjusting here like this. Right. Hope you are clear on this, or if you have any questions on this entire project. Now if you
clear, I don't have any questions.
Yeah, if you want to come out from the debug mode, again you can just run so that you will come out of the debug. Right. Now for this, just I want to use some of the other things here. So here, like I want to be this in a one separate this. So for that here, I'm applying one card view. So this is also one of the material design concepts. So that is match parent, wrap content, and I'll give some margin for this. Margin 10 p. Done. I'll close this. So this we can card view we can apply for only for the layouts. So that's the reason I'm creating one more linear layout, match parent, wrap content, orientation, horizontal, right. So now this we used to close after these elements. Right. So here we used to close here linear layout, and here I'm closing the card. See, now that some 3D effect will be created, and it should be created some separate of the each like this. So also here for this layout also I'll use some margin so that the space can be created between the components. For here also I'll use some margin 5 dp. Even here also I'll give margin 5 dp. Right. So everywhere it should be adjusted. So now UI will be attractive, but I want to give the listener. So I want to give here two types of listeners. So one is for the image one listener, and remaining portion I want to give another listener. So for the image I want to give listener, that is folder dot image. This is image dot set on click listener. So we are setting on click listener for this on click listener. So done. So here just I'll write the toast. So toast. For the toast dot make text, here context. Context means we used to write ADP context, because we used to refer to main class only, main activity only, because this class is not a context. Last time already I explained, right? That is whenever it is extended as a activity, then only that will treat as a context. Otherwise it should not be the context. Done. Right. Now the remaining portion I want to give this. So for that reason, what I'm doing here is for this one, I'm giving one ID. So that is the linear. I'll give this linear, right? So this ID I want to find out here. So to want to find out here, first I want to declare here where linear, so where linear column. So that is the linear layout. So we'll handle nullify condition. Here we used to find out. So that is a linear equal to item view dot find view by ID. So that is dot ID dot linear. Dot. Right now I'm applying here this. So folder dot linear dot set on item. Like this will work now as it is, like whatever we have in WhatsApp. So once I click on the image profile pic, it will be show some option. Apart from that, it will show other option, right? Like it will work same. Means that listener will work like that. Based on that, if you want to perform some kind of activity, here you can perform that. Here I'll write our understandable layout position. So here, toast dot pencil dot show. Right, I'm running. Oh, here question mark extra. See now how the view. Now once it is done, we can see this. Now it will be settled properly with all alignments, everything. After that, we have to do two modifications. One is the horizontal view. We will set up horizontal view and we will run. And in main class, so now, so how the data is displayed here. So a first item should be the first because of the false. So if I make this reverse layout as a true, then the GG will come first. And here for this, we skip the number. So that's the reason it should be. But in case of if you skip the position only, it will execute, like it will, you will get the exception as array out of bound exception. Because array out of bound, whenever you see anywhere array out of bound exception means one of the array length is not equal to others. Like one of the array length should be lesser than other arrays. That we can identify. That easily we can get that one. See now it is looking like a proper cascade. Right. Now listener also see 0 layout 0 like this. So layout 3 straightforward 3 like this. Right. So this is one. Like here now I'm changing this horizontal. Then so this wait. Before changing this horizontal, first this we will change as a true and we will run once. So now what it should display, now the AI is top, now reverse, it should come reverse. See, this has came on top. Right now, here I'm changing as horizontal. Now we will run.
So that reverse layout just for descending and ascending order, right?
Yes, correct.
So that means VBBB should be go up, right? V always will be the
No,
Yes.
not alphabetical order. This is like last in first out.
okay.
Now this is we given a horizontal, right? See, this is like this here. So if we give this width also wrap content here, so in XML, this we will change wrap content. Then we will see. Normally, whatever the order, it should be maximum of cases it should be defined by the API itself, backend, whatever how that order will come. Most of the
Yeah.
cases we will show that only. But anyhow, whenever we use any static kind of data, this can be helped. But only like change only the first in first out like that. Position. See, now it can be created like this. So this is the basic recycler. Just you can practice this on a basic recycler after 1 or 2 days. Meanwhile, I start one other topic. So after that, so this same we will see with how we can do this with MVVM architecture that we will discuss.
Yeah, sure. So are you going to upload this video on YouTube, right?
Yes, I share after some time.
Yeah, going to.